months later that it's put together, and you go, oh my God, I can't believe I'm yellow, that big upper lip, and I'm holding Bart and Lisa and leaping into the sky, saying my own name. It's one thing to play a character on it, but then you say your own name, you're like, oh no, that's too good.
Diyor ki karakterden oynadığında başka kendi ismini söylüyorsun karakterden ama çok...
Have you still got the Xena costume, and how often do you wear it?
Xena kostümü hala ve ne kadar hep giyiyor musun?
Well, there were many costumes on Xena. I don't sadly have one of those costumes because all these charities keep hitting me up for everything I ever own, and you're like, I'm such a damn softie. I've like given them my bloody nightgown, dressing gowns, and all kinds of things. I've just given it all away, and so I have nothing anymore. Thanks, charity.
Bağışlamış hepsini. Bağışa teşekkür ederim diyor aldıkları için benden.
Hi Lucy, how did you get the role in Spartacus, and what was it like seeing all those half naked men, you know, battling?
It was very hard on me.
Çok güzel. Çok güzel.
Half naked men. That was only.
Oh my God.
Half naked. That was before breakfast. And then, actually, when the more naked people there were, the less you would look. You just get really tunnel vision, and that included the crew, where you would just like I have to walk from this A to B to C through a tunnel of heaving, throbbing, orgiastic behaviours left and right, and you would just see none of it. I zero everything out that I don't want to see because the character didn't think anything of it, right? So you can't be like horrified, or you can't react to it in any way. You could act like it's totally normal, just part of the furniture. So somehow I'm able to do that really easily. I do that with people I don't like. I do. I just zero them out. It takes a lot to get to that point with me, but when you're zeroed out, you stay gone, man. Hello.
Hi. I was wondering that scene between you and Elisa here, basically your depth dive in Spartacus. How fun was that to film, or was it really quite difficult?
It was really quite difficult because they had me falling back from, it was like 6 feet onto a mattress. And they said, whatever you do, you've got to keep your chin tucked because you don't want to smack your head, you know, you whack your head. And the natural thing when you fall back, you want to be like Ripley in Alien Resurrection. You want to fall back like this, right? So you throw your head back and smash it. The percussion on your head is really, really bad, dangerous, hurts yourself. So I hurt myself quite badly, and they couldn't even use it. So I didn't like that. I think actually that's why they didn't use the photo. They should have had one of me just falling back and kind of in a much tighter frame, but we couldn't because I injured myself in the rehearsal, basically. Hello.
I was doing Ash versus Evil Dead a lot of fun.
It is so fabulous working with Bruce and Ray and Dana. In season 2, my character really kicks ass. You know, she's come to. I'm doing a lot of fighting now. I'm shocked. I used to hate fighting all through Xena. It was like a nightmare. And then now I'm so proud of doing it. I'm just really kind of digging it. And I love it. Working with Bruce is such a pleasure. He's a really old buddy. He kind of molded me in his own image. Did I tell you guys this? Stop me if I've told you. Have you heard this story? So when we first started Xena, Rob Tappert, who later became my husband, he was a producer, put me together with his old buddy Bruce and I was like, I didn't know why. So we went out for this walk along the waterfront in New Zealand. I was like, why is Mr. Tappert putting me with this clown of a buddy of his. What the hell is this? Is weird to be sent on a walk with somebody you don't know, this kind of blind date, you know. And Bruce was basically there to teach me how to be a good star and how to be a responsible star. You're responsible for the work ethic on set, you're responsible for the mood, you're responsible, you know, if you're a pain in the ass and having diva tantrums all the time, it not only costs money and time, but it ruins the morale on set. So Bruce was my mentor in that, and now that he's a crusty old bastard, I have to remind him. Hello.
Hey, I was wondering if you had any advice for anyone who wanted to get into acting.
Woo! Acting. If you... The common answer to that is for people like me to say don't. Because only the people who really want it and can do nothing else will pursue it. And they're kind of the only people who should. Because you get a world of no. So you have to love it and be prepared to be paid very little to get, because it takes years to start to happen often. So in this age of instant gratification and 5 million followers on, you know, Katy Perry's cat has that many followers, I suppose. It's hard to accept that it is a long apprenticeship. And it's really, and it hurts. So you're gonna love it. You're gonna love all of it.
Hi, Lucy.
Hello.
My question is, what did you think when you first read the script for Friend in Need? And have you and Rob thrown around some ideas about how you would bring
People that
Xena back
watched you
for
since
a
ever you
movie?
played, what did you like about them?
Well, I know what I wanted, but I wanted the sort of the comedy re-teaming of Xena, Gabrielle, where Gabrielle has to get Autolycus and Jocks to help her dig up Xena, bung her head back on, and go and save the world, right? So that was my fabulous idea. But at the moment they're working on some kind of series of, you know, rebooting it. I know nothing about it. I am not part of it at this stage anyway. And I hope it'll be great. I hope it takes what we did and brings it into the new age and does right by the fans. It does right by the legacy of the show, but I have no control over it, so not my fault. It doesn't work. I hope it does. It deserves to do well, you know.
Hi Lucy.
Hello.
I was just wondering how much you love to do musicals, and did you have a good time doing Chicago?
Yes and no. Because I came to it rather late, so I got 3 weeks rehearsal is not really enough. With Chicago, I did it a couple of times, right? In Auckland, yeah, it wasn't really enough. It was a bit daunting. But yeah, I love it. I did a panto as well, which is, I only sing in it as an adjunct to acting, really. So I love to do it. I love to do it all. So, when I do music, I want to give up acting. And then when I'm acting, that's my new favourite thing. So it's, I'm like a goldfish. I just go around and around the bowl going, oh my God, look at that castle.
I was just wondering, what was the catalyst for you to start acting, considering that you used to be a minor in Kagul?
What was the
I
most
wanted to
common
act
thing
long
that
before
when
that.
you
That was just a bizarre detour. But life's like that, you know. You just keep getting, you get off course, come back. Get off course, have a little bit of life experience, come back, and then